Hello, welcome back. How about another Bohippian halter top? There's my pattern. We'll go through it. You might want a piece of scrap paper. I'm using an H hook, 5mm. And I'm using a 4-ply worsted weight yarn right here. And it is the color Rouge. It's just some yarn I have sitting around. Scrap yarn, use whatever. I have white here. I have a variegated. I have gray behind. Yeah. So I'm just using the closest one I have. All right. So make your slip knot. And the very first thing we're going to do is, if you're making a small, medium Bohippian halter top, it's going to be about 17 inches plus 2 chains. If you're making large, extra large, you're going to have a 22-inch chain plus 2 chains. So I have my tape measure right here. And extra tip. Now, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but if you use a hook size larger, I'm going to an I, for your first chain, it's going to be so much, it'll look nicer. So we're going to do 17 inches. I have about another 10 inches, so I'll be back when I get closer. All right, so I think I crocheted a little too many. All right, so don't pull it tight. Let it sit nice and loose. And I needed 17 inches and 2 extras. So I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 extra. 1, 2, 3. 17 inches and an extra 2. Now, if you used a hook size larger, change it and get it out of your way. Put it away. Don't get it mixed back up. Don't get it mixed up. Yeah, way far away. All right. I have a lot of scribbling on here. So if you're looking at my pattern and it doesn't make sense, I apologize. So after our chain, row 1, skip the first 2, double crochet the next stitch to the end, and then we're going to chain 2 and turn. So skip 2, double crochet, skip 2, double crochet. 1, 2, double crochet. 1, 2, double crochet. Wait a minute, am I supposed to be chaining 2? No, it helps to read your pattern. Skip the first 2 and double crochet the next one all the way to the end. So we're double crocheting every single stitch to the end. We just skipped the first 2. I don't know what I was talking about. I hope you did not go ahead. I hope you're watching the video first. So again, don't make it tight. Nice loose stitch here. That's why we used the larger hook in the beginning chain. All right, so I will meet you guys at my last stitch. So again, double crochet all the way to the end. I have one left. Chain 2, turn. That's what we have. Next row, skip 1 double crochet, double crochet, this is a good time to fold our project in half and mark that center stitch. If you want to count, go ahead and count. Just make sure they are all lined up. Mark your center stitch with a stitch marker. Now, if you want to make sure and count each side, you go right ahead. All right, so we're back at turning it back around. Skip our first double crochet and double crochet each stitch to the center. And I'll meet you at that center stitch. I've crocheted to my stitch marker. We are going to chain 1, skip that one, double crochet the next one, and then each one to the end. This is what it should look like. We can take that out now. Chain 1 space in between. So now we're going to double crochet the next, it should be even, 26 stitches, something like that. You should have about 26 on each side of that. If you don't, if you have more, if you have less, don't sweat it. As long as it fits you and you have that in the middle, you can't go wrong. All right, I'll meet you when we do at the end. I just put my last stitch in. I'm going to chain 2 and turn. The next row, we're going to do a double crochet decrease in the first 2 stitches. So actually, we'll go through the front one only. There we go. Double crochet decrease. And then we're going to double crochet every stitch. Make sure that looks all right. Until 1 stitch before. We're going to 1 double crochet decrease in the first 2 stitches. Double crochet the next stitch all the way until 2 stitches, okay, 2 stitches before our chain space. So I will meet you 2 stitches before my chain space. Double crochet each one to there. We are at the 2 stitches before the chain space. We're going to chain 1, double crochet the next one, chain 1, double crochet the next one, chain 1, double crochet the next. We have chain 1. Whoops, I forgot to skip one. Oh my goodness gracious. Skip, 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 chain 1. There we go. Something's not looking right, you guys. 1, I have 3 there. All right, let's back up a little. No chain 1 there. Double crochet in the space. Double crochet. Is that right? Chain 1. That looks better. And then the next one is going to have 3. Oh, it's thundering. So before I continue on, I want to back up a little bit because some people may not like to go through the chain space like that. So if you do not want to go through that chain space, you go through your chain 1, your chain right in there. Just like that. Double crochet, chain space, skip, double crochet. Just like that. So however you like the look of it best is totally up to you. And then we're going to double crochet all the way to the end, every one. Just like before. The last 2, we're going to double crochet 2 together. So I'll meet you there. We're going to double crochet the last 2 together. And instead of going through both loops, I like to go through just the front loop. There we go. Chain 2, turn. Double crochet 2 together again. There we go. It gives us our angle. Double crochet to 1 stitch before the chain 1 space. So we're going to crochet all the way to this stitch, stopping 1 space before. I'll meet you 1 stitch before the chain 1 space. I have stopped one stitch before the chain one space. So I'm gonna chain one, skip that space, that double crochet, crochet into the chain one space, chain one, skip, crochet into the chain one space, chain one, skip, double crochet into that next stitch. There. Now we have 3 chain one spaces in this row. Working our way up. This is what I call a peekaboo bohippian top, halter top. So we're going to double crochet all the way to the last 2 stitches, and we're going to double crochet those 2 together. I'll meet you back there. All right, so I have 2 left. 1, 2. This is my double crochet 2 together. Chain 2 and turn. These chain 2s are not a stitch. All it is a height thing. It's just to bring you up to the next row, so you're not squishing them. All right, we're going to continue in this pattern. So the next row, we're going to single crochet 2 together at the beginning, double crochet 2 together at the beginning, double crochet all the way to the stitch before. So you're going to leave that one blank, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip, double crochet. We will then have 4 little blocks. Double crochet to the last 2 together, chain 2, turn. You're going to work that pattern all the way until you get it to the desired size. And what I mean is, you can go ahead and take a tape measure and measure from wherever you want it to, say if you want it just above your belly button, measure just above the belly button to however high you want it to come up on your chest. All right, say you want it to come up 15 inches. We will continue in this pattern until we get it to the height we want at 15 inches or whatever you want. So you guys, I'm going to continue decreasing my ends until I probably about 15 inches. We shall see. I'll be back randomly. And if that is exactly what you want, all you're going to do then is chain 15 for the straps. We'll get there. We'll get there. So yeah, let's double crochet 2 together one last time. Whoops. When you double crochet together, you complete it totally in the next stitch, last step. All right, it's looking very nice. So again, double crochet all the way over to the stitch before our chain 1 space. And you guys, good luck. I will meet you when it gets a little longer. So this pattern works so fast and so easy that I finished it before I had a chance to even get back. So I had mentioned that 15 inches might be something to work with, and totally not thinking that this is actually a small. So this is, let's see how long it is. 9 inches. And what I've done is I worked my pattern all the way up until I had just the one double crochet 2 together on each ends. Now, if your pattern, if you had a miscellaneous stitch, like I did, I had an extra one. It's fine. You work your pattern all the way up until it is the length you want. And if you end up and you want a few rows of just the peekaboo, that is fine as well. I finished it where I had the one stitch at the end, and I chained one. I put single crochets all the way around it just to give it a nice, neater look. On my corners, I did 2. That's the only difference is my corners. The 4 corners have 2. And what else? So the last thing we have to do is make our ties. And let's see, is 15 inches long enough? Let me see, hold it to the back of my neck. That should be about long enough. So we're going to crochet a chain 15 inches. Nothing too tight. Now you can make your chain thicker if you want, as coming back down once you get it to your length. Don't pull it tight. We have 8 inches now. Just try not to twist it when you measure it. We have 11.5 inches now. So now we have 17. I'm just going to end it there. Let's see. So chain 1. That's just for our knot. And cut it. Pull it through. And there. Now you still have 17 inches. Coming over to this side, you guys, make a slip stitch. Slip knot, I'm sorry. Now, you know what? I'm going to give myself a nice long tail. That's probably way more than I needed. And only so I can hide it in easier. Instead of trying to hide in a short one. Yeah, it's a pain in the neck, right? All right, so see where you're at. And we are in the second one of the corner right here. Just so that they're even. There you go, slip stitch that on. 17 inches now. And see what I mean by the longer tail? This one is so much easier to hide in than a teeny tiny one, fighting with your little tapestry needle. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on pause and finish this up to 17 inches. Again, a nice loose, you want them to look the same. Just fastened off, we have 17 inches. Again, make another slip knot, giving yourself a nice enough tail to hide in. My scrap yarn go to the birds. And then we're going to put them on each corner. So pick where you want to attach it. I'm going to go in between my 2 stitches. Right there, right in the center. Slip stitch, 17 inches. And I'll be back. $17. There's the first bottom. Slip knot. Attach your next one. Find your corner. Decide where you would like to place it. Slip stitch, now 17 inches. Every 3 is like an inch if you're counting. I don't know, ish, something like that. All right, I'll be back. And fasten off the last one. And it's perfect. Hide your ends. Oh, I love it. Love it. I think this should be the back. This should be the front. All right, you guys. Let's hide those tails. Now you can hide them with a crochet hook if you want. But it is done. It is complete. I like to hide them with a tapestry needle. So I've misplaced my favorite tapestry needle. And if you're new to the channel, a tapestry needle isn't a pointy, like a needle and thread needle. No, it's a thick one. But I have backups. So thread your tapestry needle. Oh, this is why. There we go. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. I have to turn my work. That way it's working in the back. So bring it down through a stitch, and we're just going to hide it. Pull it down. And then just go back up a couple. I should actually go down a few more. I don't want it to be up near the neck. Oh my gosh, Tracy. You're making it more difficult than it needs to be. That's why I like my other one. There we go. Pull. And then just go back up a couple. It won't come out. Snip it, being super careful not to cut any of your stitching. All right, I'm going to do the same all the way around. I had to find the other one. I just had it in another project. Took me a minute. All right. Backside. So much easier with the steel needle. Again, pull it. Being careful not to pull it too tight. You don't want to distort your pattern. And then just go back up a couple. That just locks it in place. Extra little security. All right, I have one more in our product. I should say our project. It is a product. Is finished. You guys, if you like this type of content based around crocheting, doing it yourself, earning money, this is the back. I hope you give my video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. We would love to have you in the family. So like, comment, subscribe, share. I offer 4 membership levels now. So if you're interested in that, all levels offer something different. Trim it. There you go. I love it, you guys. Let me know what you think. So we didn't even use all of that, and now we have scraps to make. What are they? Yip yips? Those rear view mirror hangers? I think they're yip yips. Yip yips or yip yaps? I don't know. You guys, you're the best ever. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.